Continuing our journey along the Santa Fe Trail, Rex Buchanan and I met up at a notable site on the western edge of the Kansas Flint Hills to talk about the importance of springs to those who traveled the trail.
This is actually a pretty good place to talk about that because you're right on the verge of a pretty major change in the topography and just the general setting that the trail is going through. The best known spring along the trail is one not very far east of here at Diamond Spring. That's a big spring. Even today, I don't remember what the flow rate is, but it's hundreds of gallons of water per minute. So you could have a pretty fair number of people, a pretty fair number of animals show up at the same time. It's not really much of an issue. Just this far west, things have already started to change. This location, Lost Spring, while there is a spring fenced off back behind me here, and it's everybody's idea of a spring, which is a water flowing out sufficient to form a channel, a few gallons per minute. It's not the only spring here. Just within eyesight here, there are 2 or 3 more that come out of that side of the bank that are delivering water as well. And the original spring in this location, original for the spring that people used along the Santa Fe Trail, is even farther north of here. So there are springs coming up all up and down this creek bank, and the name Lost Spring just because sometimes people come out here and spring wouldn't be here or they couldn't find it. Sometimes that's a function of this spring right here might not be flowing, but another one on up a ways would be. Or in a particularly really dry time, if you got 2 or 3 dry summers in a row, my guess is these springs dried up completely, and they were lost completely. So now you're beginning to see what you're up against. And that's just sort of the beginning of how life is as you go from here to the west. Springs become really, really important as you get to the west of here, and in a dry year, sometimes they're not there at all.